Hey, don't forget to click, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And hit the bell notification in the right-hand side of your screen so you'll be notified when we drop new episodes every week, Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. Continue to follow Femme Queen Crazy, Sexy, and Cool.
Welcome back to another episode of Femme Queen Crazy,
Sexy.
Cool.
What's poppin'?
Oh my
good.
gosh. It's giving one of those. It's one of those.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
How y'all doing? How y'all been?
I'm good. Let's take a toast.
I don't know if I need another sip.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Like y'all good.
I'll take a chew. Oh, now she say us. She say y'all are good.
Y'all good.
225 is the year for us to thrive.
225.
Y'all was like, we not toasting to that.
Bitch, what?
All right, somebody say it.
No, we leaving this.
Look. This toast is
These are the
to
bloopers.
the future, to love, and life. Because I want to get married.
Okay.
God.
And what you want?
I want to be married too.
No, I for real. Like,
Me
honestly,
too.
I just like, I feel like I'm in that
Like a
spirit.
rich person, though.
A rich person?
Yeah, I want to be really well taken care of.
Me too. I do.
No shit.
I do.
Like,
I like really nice
I want to
things.
still do things, but I really want the cushion of being able to do things
You
like.
just want to be kept?
Yeah, that's been a dream of mine since
You
I
want
was
to be
very
capped?
young.
You want to be
Yeah, I
capped?
definitely want to be capped.
I don't want to be capped.
I wanna still
wanna
be
rich,
independent,
and I
but-
want my man to be rich
How
too.
you going to be
No,
independent
I want to
and
be
kept?
rich too. Like, because I want to be able to
What
do
would
things.
that look like?
It would look like this. So my man is like so rich, right? That we can do what we want. Like, you know, he has businesses, they can run on their own. But I also can do what I want. Like, I can go after my dreams and goals, but like, I don't have to necessarily, like, if I didn't want to, I could sit at home. If I wanted to go travel or go shopping or something, I can go do that. Like, that's the type of life that I really always dreamed of. No shade.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can have it.
I would say I'm right now in this energy. I'm just, I don't know. I know I want to get married, but I only want to get married one time. And my thing is I want him to be rich because I'm going to be rich. So it's like, I need us in that energy together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, y'all keep saying rich. What is-
Wealthy.
Wealthy financially.
Yeah. Financially wealthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
Trump
what
is
we
in
saying,
office. Trump
bitch.
is in office now.
You know she's
You've got to
about
be
to try to
wealthy
take it
now.
somewhere.
Like, you
No, I
can't
just
be
want, you know.
middle class.
Bitch, you know what we mean.
Middle
I
class
just
is going to gag.
I just
my
want to
God.
try to be very clear on what y'all say.
You
Y'all
like, oh my God,
needed.
I'm dead ass. That's scary. It's scary
is
because
scary,
we're
but-
middle class. We're all like, you know, it's scary.
Okay.
That's when it's
Well, we
scary.
gonna be okay. I don't, you know, we going.
I hope
we
so.
are resilient. We will push past this.
Yeah.
We have 4 long years ahead of us, and a little bit more fighting to do, and we're just gonna get it done.
Amen, sister.
There you go. Yeah,
Everybody gonna have to put their
How are
Jordans
you
on,
feeling?
baby.
I'm good. Like
Okay.
I'm
She
just
feel
like
she feel like she look like she.
what?
She ready to get to it.
I wanted to be
She need
comfortable,
that.
like because
Okay, you need that. We said something.
I
wrong.
mean,
need
no,
that.
you need that. Okay,
On my soul.
on my soul. On what though?
No,
That's
but
another one
I
just
want to ask
heard.
y'all about the Ebony book because we didn't get to. Did y'all watch it?
I did. I watched it.
I didn't get a chance to see everything, but I heard that the House of Prodigy ate it.
You heard it or you saw it?
I didn't get a chance to see it.
Yeah, they did. They look good. A lot of them. They. I mean, I think everyone came for Realness as a House. I think I couldn't. There wasn't a team that didn't, do their big ones. But yes, the Prodigy definitely turned it. And the Balenciagas and so did, I think all of them looked really, really
Yeah,
good.
they said the La Beiges was cute too. They said there was some teas.
Yeah.
But I seen the what I want to stop, like, it's so sad that people get ready for these categories and they don't get to the categories. And these are people who are spending a lot of money on effects. These are creative people. Like when it comes to runway and things like that, like, you're getting so prepared to be let down. And I don't understand why would there be 78 categories? Like, why y'all having so many categories at a ball? Like, stop having all these categories because you're not going to get to them. And I also think that maybe the only place that awards should be given out is at the awards ball, or have a couple of awards balls a year or something, or do it the day before. Like Jack said something about a 2-part ball. Do the awards the night before, like that Friday, and then
And
do
a
the
few
ball on
grand
Saturday.
prizes, but-
Because it's just a lot. Like when you have so many awards and there was so many awards given out. Another thing is, not saying that these people didn't deserve. I'm gonna keep that. to
No,
myself.
we gotta have to
No,
stop. I feel like
so-
yeah.
But I guess
Go
like,
there.
so I never wanted to be deemed by my house, and there was a lot of people, and never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to take away from people's deeming and their moments and stuff. So I don't want to put that in there.
I wanted that. I didn't want to be deemed by my overall father at the time, Harold. I wanted to be deemed because I looked up to him so much. It was an honor for me to have
Somebody
be
that's
there.
a parent, like
Yeah.
a
But he said he didn't
parent.
want me to. He actually said what you said. He said he didn't want me
My other
to go
icons
that
are
route.
doing it,
He
yeah.
wanted me to, because he called me and told me that these people wanted to deem me, and I was like, Father, I want you to do it, and he was just like, I want them to do it. Not that I'm gonna be there with you, but I don't want to do it because, I want it to mean something. And Ballroom looked at it that way. So I understood, and I'm okay with it. I'm good. But I did want to touch on to Ballroom. I feel like 78 categories. Knowing that the ball is not going to be finished, why are y'all not boycotting balls? Like, and then y'all complain about it. Do something. If y'all got to call these black women that are fighting against Trump, y'all need to call them. Because y'all need to start banding together when it comes to certain things. Like, stop trying to include everybody and their grandfather, their grandmother. Stop trying to include everybody and make it make sense. Why is there 78 categories at a ball, number one? And why are y'all paying $78 to go to a ball? If y'all stop paying for this stuff, they would stop all of this issues that's going on in Ballroom. If you stop and getting in that line in a freezing cold, paying $80 and then complaining
Especially if
about
you're
it.
having a house
Stop.
ball, you're gonna have that long grand march.
And I love them. Shout out to the Ebony's. I love
Yeah, I
y'all so
love the
much. Y'all one of my
Ebony's.
favorite houses. But for real, we have to start being honest with each other. That right there, 78 categories is freaking ridiculous. Then y'all have a whole panel of men on the panel.
Oh, was it no women?
It
Because I
was
think
like
only
one.
Mika,
I
think,
only saw Mika.
Mika was the one up
and
there.
Simone.
Simone. They said Simone was
For
up
a
there.
piece. Simone was on there for a little piece.
A little, and that's
Whatever. And there was
that's
so
not
many
and that's
judges,
not
too.
problematic. Like, it's just like, what game are y'all playing? Y'all know the girls go keep it a stack, so why not just put them on the panel? No, but I think it needs to be a mixture of people on the panel. I think it needs to be. Things need to start. We need to start taking accountability, and we need to start taking accountability with each other and to each other. Like, I feel like that is one of the problems that we don't have in Ballroom. We're scared to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to expose nothing." No, do that. Go there. Which I just said that to James a couple episodes. And when he even said it. He was like, I can agree that I'm not being honest, and being outspoken like I used to. And I'm saying, like, to him, people like him, you shouldn't have to be that. You're an icon. But what about these new leaders? They're just sitting back and complaining. Speak up. You an icon now. Like, do something with your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just think, I thought that some of the categories that they did get to, and they did try to give the money categories away. So,
Well, I did see
just have to
that.
stop
But
being
just
smart.
speaking
But,
about
like, get the place
speaking
for
about that,
longer,
when
like,
you
in the
said, like, saying
beginning.
stuff and
Why have all those categories?
Yeah, we shouldn't. It definitely should be no more than 20 categories at a ball now.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of categories.
We think about time. Like, who's in the office coming up with these stuff? Like,
Right.
what about
78.
setting up the
When I
category,
wrote
like
ball
setting up the
flyers,
ball. Think
it was
about
hard to
time,
get them 30
setting up
categories
the
out.
balls. You already know. You as someone that's, because most of these people are running the balls are been in ballroom for a very, very, very long time. You should have learned the system enough to know that people are not going to show up to a certain amount of time. So you know that they are not. You know that you don't want to start LSS until then. So that's when you usually call out
start
the
yagging
new
the
girls.
girls.
What they used to do is call the girls that just started ballroom,
Yeah, and then
like start them at the
yeah.
beginning. Then when you start the people that actually deserve it at the end and stuff, and get the people hot. Start figuring out how to do something, because this is just ridiculous. 78 categories. You know you're not getting that side.
It was just, it was just.
And but
It was
shout
a
out,
lot,
shout
especially,
out.
yeah, shout out to them. I mean, it
Yeah,
was a
shout
great
out to
ball,
them,
and I
though.
do love the Ebonies.
I love
and
them a lot.
I just think this is, I mean, for everyone going further, I just think that, especially if you're gonna have a house ball, you know you're gonna have a grand march, so you probably shouldn't be giving out that many awards. Like, something has to give, because, or just say, we coming to watch it, or it's an award show or something, because you don't really get to do the categories. You see a bunch of awards and grand march.
Wait, and then so you have 78 categories and you're giving out awards.
Mad
We got to
awards.
start using this. We
It was
have
a
to
lot
start,
of awards. It was like
and then,
2
'cause
boxes.
You have to start thinking about the
It was
time frame
2
that you
boxes.
have. And I'm not
So
saying,
watch the wait, y'all listen.
think of the time frame.
Everything y'all both saying makes a lot of sense. Like, we have to be more organized when we are trying to create something for, us, and be mindful of, like you said, have something in place. But like, even when you mentioned about, like, it was just only one girl on the panel, and I think Jack had started a whole conversation
Oh, I did see him
about,
talking about.
the men touching these, what was it?
The junior.
The men touching the
junior
girls' faces.
Yeah, the junior femme queens, and
Judging
just the
them.
way that they felt like they can do that, and in the way that they did it, he felt like y'all are trying it right now, and I think that would have been the opportune moment for him to stop them, get them off the panel, and switch
And
it.
some of the stuff that was going on while John Moschino was walking was so disrespectful.
I didn't see that. What happened?
Yeah, we go. I want to answer that, and we
I keep
definitely
hearing
have to give a
people talk
shout out
about
to
that.
the
What
John.
happened?
Let me tell, like, John Moschino, you are a pillar in ballroom.
Yes.
Like, I just don't understand the amount of disrespect we decide to give to those that started this. I understand you may not know them, but just to be in this space that you're doing the things that you're doing, we should be given an esteemed amount of love to these individuals that are still out here. Do you know how hard it was for them?
Yes. And for them to still be like alive and being able to
Walking, like,
and then also
literally.
walk. Yes, this man was pulling out piece after piece after piece, and it was Valentino. Like, so, like, he was turning it. Like,
But
him,
what
like,
happened?
they were so disrespectful on their mics. Some people or somebody like saying, like, I could hear them saying, "Okay, John," something like, "Is that his shoes?" Like, it was just like, it was too much.
No, there's
it was
no
a
respect.
lot going
Like,
on.
that's
It was
not
no
even.
respect.
Who said that on the mic?
I don't know who was talking on the
We
mic.
have to start being
It was
accountable.
so many people on the microphones.
But wasn't Jack and them on the
No,
mic?
Jack
it
would've
wasn't
never did.
Jack. No.
I feel like to go to the part with the panel, like people touching faces and all of that. I think that's just what you allow. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with men judging the girls, because this is a competition. So these are people that's like someone saying, "Oh, it's all girls on the panel. I'm not walking because I'm a butch queen." Like, we're sharing a space.
No,
I didn't notice that, but it should be equal.
No,
At
it
least
should be
equal out.
equal. I didn't say like get them all up, like throw all the men away. I think it should be a healthy balance. I
Yeah.
think it should be a balance. I think they need to have more women judge the panels as well, because it's men judging men. So if that's the case, then why can't there be a woman to judge the male realness and the runways and stuff? Like, give space for the women to be up there judging as well.
Yeah, I think it should be, like you said, a mixture, half. Like, if 6 guys, 5 girls. Like, come on, something.
Right.
But yeah,
But yeah, shouts to the Ebony, great ball.
yeah. Shout out to the Ebonies and yeah. I think it needs a break. I think maybe ballroom just need a break.
You keep saying it needs.
It's just so many balls. So
They have 50.
you know.
They have 50 next year. Like
That's
that's like
ridiculous.
It's
like,
already 50 for real? You saw it? Oh yeah, there is a list.
I
out.
get it though because
Yeah.
you know like.
I
You
don't
gotta eat
get
where you
50
gotta eat,
balls.
like, cause you know, like when it's a club. Remember the club? It was a club every week, and you know, a club every like 3 clubs in one night.
But
So
then
I guess it's
certain
just,
balls suffer. Like you see that a lot of balls are not as packed as they were before because there's so many balls.
It's so many
Everybody's
balls,
not doing
and
all
that's
that.
the thing. I mean, for me, it's just like a little bit of capitalism. You know, like people are like really trying to profit off of their own community.
Booth.
Like it starts to look like it's a money grab, and I'm not saying not have it, but balls are very expensive.
it's $70 now.
Yeah, and given the
Bitch.
current climate, I don't know if every ball will be $70. Y'all need to
Okay, 'cause
stop
I'm not
it.
paying
I'm just
$70.
saying, it's 70 girls.
But the tables are
I
expensive.
just think if I'm
and
not
you gotta
invited to
understand when we
judge, I'm not gonna be
But here's the
there.
thing. But we always talk about the cost of the ball. But I wanted to try to flip it a little bit, like the cost of the space and the production and
Yeah.
everything else
Yeah.
is
It does
equally
cost a lot.
important to put on that type of.
I think the money is
event.
deserved. I think you should be charging $70. I get it.
70.
I think you should because we're
I
in a
think we
different.
might be up to 50.
No,
But
I'm just
70,
saying everything
bitch?
is supposed to evolve. Why people not charge like the girl was talking about online? She do I think washing sets used to be men used to be 60 back in the
25.
day, 25.
That's a Dominican
My
shop.
generation was 65. Boy, if a black girl was doing it, it was 65. Like you know, but now it's 165. The girl was like, it's 165, but it's 165 now. But it should be because your rent is more money. You know, everything is more is
goes up.
progressive. So I understand.
So
But
I
I'm
see
saying
50.
if you're charging 70, you're charging 80, 160, whatever. I should be walking into something like, wow, this
It
looks
should be
beautiful.
Yes, it's
like,
not.
wow.
It's not.
They have mac and cheese on the freaking table.
See?
Like,
Yo,
And it's nothing wrong with regular cheese.
it's
But the
nothing
thing
wrong with
is,
that, but bitch, we about to
it's
vote.
just
I'm
no
about to walk.
structure.
Like,
Right.
that's about to put me down.
Right.
Actually,
It's just
I'm
no
sleepy.
structure at the ball. It just seems like people are running around and stuff like that. You're not coming. Not all balls, but like a lot of balls. It's just like you're just coming into this whole situation. It's just like all this frazzle and stuff, and then people are trying to get it together. And like you know, it's no set like. There's just no structure to it a lot of times.
Yeah.
And you know when you're going to run out of time. Like, but I mean, some people do finish their, and the teachers, they finish their ball.
Yeah.
How
They
many
did. They made
categories
shorter
did they
time. They
have?
went all the way till they was
Well,
finished.
you know, Selena, you know, they
Atlanta,
can
yeah,
use,
you pay for the
you can-
extra
you pay
time
for-
with the venues. I don't know how it works up here, but I know a
Work,
lot of
Atlanta.
people when they be like they're saying shutting down.
Maybe
in
that we
Atlanta,
need
pay.
to
I've thrown balls in Atlanta.
resources.
I've always paid extra to keep my balls going.
We
So-
should be, maybe we should investigate in
how
our own
many
building.
categories
Yeah.
did the TC ball have?
I think it was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot too.
That's so draining, though.
Yeah, like what's wrong? I think people are
Can you
feeling like they
imagine
have
being
to
in the ball
include
for 10
everybody.
hours?
I think they're looking at it like they have
like-
to me, they're probably like, so these people could come out or something like they want
The more
everybody
people
to come
you invite,
out.
the more money you make.
Have the,
Right,
have
that's
the
what they
hottest
feel
The more
Categories.
categories, but the more categories you have, that means people
More
from
people
each
gonna be there.
category is going to come because they're going to want to compete in these
Right.
categories.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. You have
Ballroom
to
is
think
trying to
about.
include, like I said,
Right, but that's-
Ballroom is trying to include everybody get their grandmother. Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, it's the same people that's been walking since back in the day. Why we have, it wasn't that many categories back in the day. And they just started non-binary category, so you can't blame that.
They had, speaking of that, they had like GNC Best Dressed last night.
Did you see it?
Huh? Yeah.
How would you think of it?
I thought they were very creative. Like I thought that they were
How many
creative,
people
but
were
I
it?
don't.
How many people?
Two.
Exactly.
I don't see why they can't
Like
just
that's
walk
my point. I'm not saying that. I'm not
dressed.
saying that people. We shouldn't have categories and more
You
people.
want me to explain? I can try.
I don't feel like now that people know that there's GNC and non-gender conforming, then you don't have to look at best dressed the same exact way. But I feel like they can be included. If they look nice, they look nice. Like what makes the
So
difference?
you should just say that the category.
If the garment is
Wait,
nice, the
so
garment
should
is
the
nice,
cate-
and if it fits you
so
nice,
should the
it fits you
category
nice.
just be called best dressed?
Yes.
And not best dressed male or best dressed woman?
They
It should
only
just be
do that
best dressed?
sometimes. It is normally just best dressed, but then a lot of times now they'll do best dressed. They'll break it down to the different genders. But yes, it should just be best dressed.
Yeah, so therefore everyone can have the
Yes,
opportunity.
whoever's in the building and they look nice, they look
Certain
nice.
categories should be. Oh, it should just be open to all certain categories.
Yes, like our
Especially
mind
when you
should
don't
be
have
open
it. Why
enough.
y'all breaking?
And
Why
you
y'all
think-
breaking this stuff down? They didn't want to
It's
be in a
two
category. Now
people.
you putting them in a category.
It's
Well, I
two
think
people.
I also also think that, like I said, when I was in Germany, one of the things that I learned was that, for example, like if there's performance, right, and then there's butch queen performance or femme queen performance, why do they have to subscribe to a gender in order to dance? They need something. They don't want to have to be that.
Well, that's
just to
different
perform.
because there was different styles
Right.
before when it was first originated. And I really don't want to see my girls out there with them butch queens, and the butch queens is
For
breaking their
what?
backs and
For
stuff for
what?
performance. Like
That should never
you're
be
like,
a thing.
what?
I'm
That's
never,
two
I
different
would
type
never
of
do probably
performances.
I do like to have fun with butch queens sometimes. I do like to because it'd be fun. But I don't think that they should be having it as much as they do.
No.
It shouldn't be a thing every ball or it shouldn't even be female figure performance. I hate that. Now that's what I
Right.
hate.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I
either.
dance
I
with a
want that
boy, but I'm
perfect-
not dancing with like what is this like?
She gonna flip and carry. She gonna.
No, but it's just like
gonna
we're not
carry.
even dipping the same. So it's like it's just like
But is anybody different? Look,
no,
I seen
but it's a
Snoop-
difference
I
from
seen- not
woman's
Snoop, I
performance
seen-
and femme queen.
What is the difference?
It's just we just it's a different dip.
But they don't even. I was seeing they was talking about it. How you go
Wow.
right into ballroom like that?
Well, it's the mic on. It's a special event today. So, this last 2 episodes, if y'all seen with Harold, it was about me. This episode, the last episode was about Tabytha, and now it's about our crazy sister. No, I'm joking. But yes, we are about to get into some things with our sister, Tempress. You ready?
I guess so. Don't be trying me, bitch.
No, we not.
Y'all, we ain't go hard
No,
on
no.
each of y'all.
Well, you kind of went hard on me.
I didn't go hard on you at all.
I mean, boy,
No, she was really soft.
yes.
She even stopped me from going. I was like,
yeah, she was like,
No,
oh,
so
baby.
actually, what we're doing this episode is we're going to get into a little of each of us because the whole episode is about us. So you're going to learn more about each of us.
she wanted to throw that out
make
there.
sure.
But since we gonna start it off with you, I'm gonna ask you this question: where are you at within ballroom in your energy towards ballroom and right now? And as far as you being involved, being in houses, because knowing now you are moved on from being in a house. So how do you feel like being a double O? Are you gonna move forward? Where's your spirit now in ballroom?
I feel like I just love being Tempress now. Like I just, I like to watch the balls on live. If I'm invited to judge a ball, it's a possibility that I will, depending on the ball. I don't go to everybody's ball. And I don't see myself going to many balls anymore. And just because of a lot of the reasons that have been said. I don't want to go and get disappointed and I'm waiting to see. I tried to stay up to watch somebody and fell asleep, and I just don't, I can't. It doesn't really do it for me like that anymore. And I just like being me. I don't see going to another house or anything like that. No.
Would you?
No, no. It's no point.
No back or forth. Let me stop joking.
I don't really feel like it's a point because no matter where I go and no matter what I say that I'm coming for, I always fall into the same role. And I just feel like that can't be detached from me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I say I want that and then I find myself speaking up because anything that I'm attached to, a lot of times I want it to be a certain way. So even when I go in and say I don't want to be a leader, they still want me on the call, so they want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still involved in that capacity. And I really don't want to be anymore. I don't want to go in a ball and they'd be like, but you're not staying to wait and see what you call it walk. Or, is such and such at the table. Like, I don't want to, I just want to go in there. If I'm going to have a good time, have a good time. And I'm going to leave when I want to leave.
You deserve that.
Yeah.
I have a question. Being that you just asked that question, how hard was it, how difficult was it for you to be a founder and then just want to step away from it? Like, how difficult is that for you right now?
It was very difficult for me because it took me a while to actually separate myself. I have been thinking about it for a while, but because I had such a strong bond with different individuals in the house, especially New York, we, created this bond. So I love that part of it. I love going to have dinner and have family outings and things like that. I love all of that. And I never thought that I would leave Marella because I am a founder and I have put blood, sweat, and tears in it with, shout out to my co-founders, Vinny and Smiles, and, and Michael Roberson and Trey was too. But as far as like being there and putting the work in and being there the whole time in the first couple of years or few years, that was me, Vinny and Smiles. Like being on phone calls hours and hours at a time and day after day at a time. I felt that it forged this bond between us for a while. And it was like that in the beginning, like it was giving very, family, even with the house and stuff. But over time, things, you probably end up getting burnt out or, things are not as exciting anymore or whatever. And so it becomes more of a drain. Like when you're not, if you have to argue about things or if like you're constantly like putting out fires or fixing things and all of that, it becomes a drain. And so, yeah, I don't, yeah, it was very hard for me to leave. I always thought I would leave just as Tempress. If I always felt that I would just keep the name Marella, even though when I tried to step down at first, I tried to step down or whatever, and people would say that, but it was still not, feel like I was. And I also felt at times I was playing a dual role because they felt like I had to be at the balls and doing this and doing that. And that's not where I came in the house as. That's not what we sat down and discussed. That's not what Queen Mother was in this house. And Queen Mother in this house means that you have gone above. You've already done overall mother. And it's I was supposed to be there for the overall mother to come to me if there were any problems or if I can give advice in some type of way or, just like nurture. I was just supposed to come in when I want to, but because it was my house, I had to be there like going hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was hard.
What helped you get to this place where you're at now mentally? I hear when you speak, you just add like a soft place in your life. And when I say soft, like just relaxed. You seem so relaxed, so like you accept who you are. How did you get into that space?
I think that I knew where I was going and I knew what I wanted and I knew what would eventually happen. And I think that because I was able to at least achieve one goal, after struggling and survive, like, what I'm saying? I was living in survival and I was trying to detach myself from things that I used to do. And so I knew that it was going to be a process. And sometimes in that process, you're like, oh, okay, it's taking too long. Okay, I got to do this next thing and, whatever. So I think that because I know that I could do the things that, sometimes you have in the back of your mind, you have that little voice like, girl, can you still do this or can you still do that? And being able to do that is like, okay, I fought one demon. Like, what's up? What's next? You know what I'm saying? So it just put me in such a better place that I can be, people were proud of me and looked up to me. But I wasn't looking up to myself anymore because I knew what I could do and I know what I still have to do. And so it was like, I need to do some things and some of those things I did.
How was it for you to walk on the stage the first night you performed with Cats? How was it for you to walk on the stage that first night and walk off? Like, what was that feeling like for you in that moment?
Bitch, I thought I couldn't breathe. Bitch. I couldn't breathe. I was having all these I had to go see somebody because I couldn't hear myself over my heart beating so hard, like singing, because I was so scared. I was just so scared. I've always been the person who gets scared before they go on stage, but then I use that adrenaline when I get out there. But them first couple of, I might be like, trying to get through it. So I was like extremely scared, but it was exhilarating too. It was like, bitch,
It was
bitch, I'll be here.
inspiring to me, and I think that's why I kept wanting to come back so much to see it, because I remember in the intersection of that when you had the conversation with Dominique and hearing how you and her were talking and just watching the dialogue and seeing like the nerves and the issues that you were feeling like, oh my God, like this is the moment. What do I do? And just seeing you being poured into and you pouring out, it was inspiring to be witness to that, but to see your talent come across that stage every night. That
was
was the most
pressure.
shocking
People-
thing to
Yeah.
me, that you can sit there and when they're in front of you, you guys are like singing and dancing.
It
all
was pressure.
together.
Like, that's my dream. Like, that's all. I've done that before, like years ago, but a lot of people didn't get to see it because it happened so long ago. You know, it happened before my transition, and you couldn't tell me when I was younger that I wasn't going to be an actress or a singer. That's all. And I used to walk in the rooms like, bitch, this part is mine. But my transition just took over so much of that it made me doubt myself. And it's like, where do I fit in? And then it was like, can I really go in there and do this? Like, you know, I just started questioning so many things. So to get that and to get that feeling and that love, oh my God, it was like, okay, bitch.
Yeah,
she's
because
kinda
right
coming back a
after you
little
got
bit.
off the phone, I remember we hung up so quick after. I think you was getting ready to go on set.
She gave me some pointers, and I went to an anxiety vocal coach, like a person who deals with that, and he was able to understand what I was going through. Like, you know, I didn't think people understood what I was going through, but he was like, I'm a performer. He's from Broadway, and he was like, oh my God, he told me what to do, how to breathe. He gave me like certain breaths to take, and I started doing that. And I was like, okay. And then it just came down. Like, it was like riding a
was,
bicycle.
baby.
That's okay. Mind you, I went from not being able to do that to at the end doing that.
So now I want to get into this area, still feelings area, but being that I know you talked about your growing up with Kerry and Sanaya, like being around them, and how big their personality were. Like we all see how big their personality is. How did that feel you, like as a woman growing up in that space and being in that space? How did that feel for you? The good and the bad.
It felt great. Like, you know, I was older, you know, so before my transition, you couldn't tell me nothing. I felt like I had experienced a lot more things than people that was my age or that was from the community. So I used to show up like, they used to be like that little big mouth one because I used to carry this air like, you know, of confidence. And so transitioning, I became a little girl again. Like, it was like, okay, I was learning things over. And so I looked up, I kind of seen them as like, bitch, these is the girls. And they embraced me right away. Like, as tiny and drags. Like, there was just you know, they just knew I was gonna be the girl. Like, Kira used to always be like, child, you playing. Like, they knew because I carried myself like the girl as a butch queen up in drags. So, but it was like, it was amazing to get around people that you like kind of looked up to. And then they did give me some really good, like, I seen another side of Sanaya than in Ballroom. In Ballroom, we have a banter at times. It would be like, you know, because it would be low kiki, go back and forth and stuff. But when I used to really have sit down talks with her, she would really get deep. And she has told me some things, like even before my time, even before me doing this, like she got mad at me. Like she would say like, girl, you're playing. She was like, you got all this talent and you're sitting on it. She was like, get up and do it. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you scared of? She was one of those people who was constantly in my ear. Surgery, I would ask her about stuff. She would tell me not to do, you know, certain things. When I asked her, should I get my face done? Should I get silicone? She'd tell me no. Like, wait till you get your nose done and stuff like that. Like, stop rushing to do those things. Even as far as like surgeries and stuff go, you know, when I would ask Sanaya, she was like honest with me. Like, you know, I would say I want to get my face done. I wanted to get silicone put in my face. And I was like, you think I should get my cheeks and stuff done? Like, you know, she's like, no, like wait and see what the moan's gonna do. When you get your nose job, you never know. You know what I'm saying? So she did like give me good advice as far as I was going. Of course, I went to do whatever I wanted to do. So I ended up doing it in gags. But and Carrie, like, she was really, really nurturing. Like, even though I transitioned late, I still felt like that was a gay mother to me. Like, you know, she was a gay mother. She pulled me in when I was in a time in my life that I had to make decisions, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. And she took me in and she taught me the ropes. like, you know, of the hustle. And even like she gave me boxes, like she gave me like clothes and stuff to start out like with my transition, like boots, the same shit that I do now to other girls and to my daughters that I had, my younger daughters, God bless the dead. Like, you know, I would be like, here, take it, like, or I go give my clothes away to you. She did those things, and she like makeup. She's like, you know, just little things like the makeup, like just being a girl around the house. Like she's definitely a woman in the house. Like she goes out and give a character. We all do characters for Ballroom, but in the house, she was very motherly. She was very nurturing. She taught me a lot of things, and I would never take that away. Only now you said the bad part.
We don't have to. Like, I think
It wasn't really no bad part. I just felt like at a certain point, once I became the girl, well, I was always the girl, but once I became the girl, I feel like it caused a wedge somehow.
what cats do meow.
Like, you know, they would say I was sick. I'm not they particular, but you know, people would just say that I don't speak or I don't know. I just think people took my energy wrong, like at times.
And it seems like, you know, more often I think that, you know, when I first started to come around you, people always had this perception of like, you were like that type of person, like, you know, you were shady, unapproachable, you know. But I started to see a tender side of you, and you thank you for allowing me to see those moments. However, before you met the Carrie, and what happened?
No, you said however, bitch, like you was coming.
No, I'm not gonna come for you.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
Messiah.
do that. I love you, but I just wanted to know a little bit more about the before the Carrie and Sanaya. What was your childhood like?
My childhood, I'm the only child, and so I grew up. So, okay, so my mom was addicted, was an addict when I was younger, and my dad went to jail. Like my dad was like a big time drug dealer. My mother kind of got into it, and then my mom ended up getting addicted to drugs, and my dad like was away in jail a lot of my young life, and so my mother ended up going to rehab when I was about 11 years, probably like sixth grade going into seventh grade, somewhere around that. She went to rehab, and rehab at that time was like, it's not like 30 days like how it is now, or 2 weeks. It was
was
3
intensive.
years. She was gone 3 years of my life. And so like I would be going there. I grew up with my grandmother, which thank God, like I loved growing up with my grandmother because my grandmother is so classy and my grandmother is so educated and my grandmother spoiled the shit out of me. So did my mom. Like my mom spoiled me the way that she could. And then when she came back, I felt like she had missed a part of her life and she was ready to live her life. And my mom is only probably about 19 years older than me, 20 years older than me. So she was still a young mom. Like, you know, when she was 30, I was 10. I thought she was old as shit. But bitch, when I became 30, I was like, oh, you was dealing with all of this at that age? Like, you know, so I think we were like in and out. But I basically kind of grew up with my grandmother. I was talented. I was in the arts. Like I was acting from very young as a child, from kindergarten up, singing in a choir, grew up in a choir, was on all type of shows, Apollo, Starship. Like I just did all the things that the people were doing then that like I just, like I said, I always was into entertainment. So my life was kind of focused around that.
Thanks for the grandmas who give us the space.
Yeah,
I was thinking that the other day, my
Shout out to the
like nanas, how nanas were before. Like, well, I'm not saying they're not like that now, but you know, you see a lot of young grandmothers, but the
It's
grandmothers
different.
was the ones, like, cause my grandmother, like, you know, my father's, they would take all the kids, like the kids
my grandmother
in.
did.
My grandmother raised me and my little cousin because my aunt was addicted on drugs as well, and so she raised us both and. Like they did that. Shout out to her and my grandfather, and I love my grandfather down
Shout out
too.
to the
God
women.
bless his
Shout out
dad.
to women.
Yeah, but my
Again,
grandmother held it down. My grandmother
woman,
had 5
yeah.
kids, went back to school, got her master's, was taking care of her 2 grandkids. Like she was just a damn
They
soldier.
don't be playing.
Yeah.
They don't be playing. What keeps you going forward in your dreams? I know you talked about, you know, you stopping a goal, like you hitting a goal and then you happening. But what about those nights when you don't, like you get to the goal, but it don't happen for you? What keeps you going again and try it again and not give up and go somewhere else?
I think because I always feel like, and I just hope that I stick to this, that I will die trying. Like I don't ever want to give up. I don't ever want to be complacent or comfortable. I always want to just be that person to continue going, because once you give up, it's like, what do you have to live for? I'm aging, like I'm getting older, so I have to do some things. So I don't want to ever lose that. I don't ever want to give up.
So not giving up means that you have a dream. What is that dream?
That dream is to, well, I definitely want to be a successful actress, an entertainer, period. I think that I have a lot of talents. I want to tap into singing. It's the dream is just to be successful and to be comfortable and be able to live, to do what I love doing, and that's entertainment. Like, when the cameras come on, she comes on. No, I just want to entertain, whether that be hosting, whether that be theater, film. There's no cap on the dream, but yeah.
That's so beautiful. Wow. I really can't think of any more other questions.
Well, I have a lot more.
Well, which was that?
Oh shit! Well, go ahead. Well, it'll come to me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Shoot for it.
So, when it comes to your rivals in Ballroom, what was a rivalry for you comparing your competition wise? What was those moments? It's like, I don't really see it for this girl though, but I guess we just gonna have to battle. Like, I understand, of course, you think you should win, but what rivalry for you didn't deserve that rival, and why?
I don't think I really had many rivals, so I can't really say that.
Well, the many that you have, were there any one of them
I
that
really
was
only-
like,
I feel like the only person that they really pitted, I feel like the only two that I don't really know, I don't really see. So, okay, so I feel like that Dee Dee came and stopped my reign. So Dee Dee would naturally be the one who they would say is a rival for me. I stopped Stasha's. Like at first it was like they were trying to put me against Stasha. But then we were in the same house, and then I beat Stasha a couple of times. And so that would have been, a rival, but that never really became a rival. And then the next girl that came in that had her reign would be Dee Dee, I feel like so.
oh, okay, so it's just those. You feel like those are rightfully deserved, if you would say those are rivals.
I feel like when I came in, Stasha was the girl to beat.
Yeah,
Stasha was the girl to beat.
I love
It was
Stasha.
like, I never wanted to go against Stasha. It just so happened to me not working out in the Mugler, because I wanted us to be a team and, rock the girls, but it kind of went crazy. And so it was giving, well, now, bitch, your competition. Want to try me, sister?
What moment, I know for myself sometimes, I don't know for you, but sometimes I when I'm in my day-to-day life, sometimes I get caught up in those moments of Ballroom in the bad ways, and I kind of just navigate through life. I'm like, and you start going through a situation and you think about an old situation that happened in Ballroom. And now where I'm at now, I'm able to see it and be like, we're not doing that. Are you able to see those moments and now and be like, I'm not giving what I used to give anymore?
Absolutely. I was the girl who, if I felt like you was trying it, bitch, I was gonna snap. And it didn't matter who it was. If I felt like they was against me, then I kind of was gonna snap without thinking about it. I didn't really, think stuff through. I would just react. And yeah, there are definitely times that things that I wouldn't have reacted to in that way. And there are things like, relationships that I felt like were, because of Ballroom, coming in between it and, we being cool, but then you not knowing where it goes because of Ballroom. So.
Yeah. What advice would you give to the new mothers of Ballroom, the women looking to be overall mothers, etc.? Because you have been in there and you have been around in Ballroom for a while. What advice would you give to those girls? And the parent and the men too, who want to be fathers.
I feel like that you should want to do it for the right reasons. I feel like when you are a parent, you have people who are following you. So you can't be selfish. Like, you can't, it's no longer about you. It's about the people who are following you. So you can't, it's not about ego or any of that. And I know we talk about the different roles of, trophy mothers and stuff like that. I don't know, because I was never a trophy mother. Like, even though I could have been, but I never was. So
Well,
because
you would say you just was would you say you just wasn't an trophy? You were that, but you were also
I was, yeah, like
you were
I
at
would
the
be,
whole
yeah,
package.
but a trophy, yeah, because a trophy mother, she just comes out and walks or whatever. She don't deal with the kids. Like, I have nurturing, so I just naturally, I build relationships and stuff, and I want to see other people win. So that's what I felt like my job was to be there if somebody needed me in those sensitive times that they couldn't talk to other people. I wanted people to feel that safe space with me. Yeah. And I feel like that's where parents should be, now going into leadership role. It's not about you just carrying the name and just saying I'm a mother or a father. Mm-hmm. Like, because it's a lot of things that come along with that, and you just have to be ready for that. Yeah. You have to be, it's a lot. It's not just easy.
What keeps you coming here?
To Crazy Sexy. I just think that the response that we get, it's just something about the Femme Queen Crazy Sexy Cool fans. Like, they go hard for us. Like, they stop me in the street. They're like, continue doing what you're doing. You're touching me. Like, I mean, for me, everything is about purpose now. And it's like, if I don't feel like somebody is being touched by it, or I'm doing something, inspiring somebody in some type of way, like, then I don't feel like there's no point of doing this. But this is her story, and we are definitely touching people's lives, and that's why I continue to do it,
And why do you keep doing it?
I just love doing this. I love being in this space to create with my sisters. I love to be able to talk about life, have those deep conversations out loud for others to be able to, witness and just hear voices that they can relate to. That's important for me. And it makes me want to continue to come here. It excites me. This is my ballroom.
And you?
I mean, everything that you both said and more, for me, just coming here and being able to continue to empower people through our voices and just learn and grow from each other. I'm inspired, you know what I'm saying? And then I inspire others. And there's people who will look at this and we will be able to reach, even if it's one, that share any of our experiences. It's worth it, and I think that each of us having so many different perspectives on how we approach life. Each of us had stories of trials and triumph, different, but yet here we are. I think I love being here because we show what resilience look like. We show that resilience doesn't have to look hard or broken or destroyed, that it can be beautiful, it can be triumphant, it can be sexy, it can be crazy, it can be cool. Yes.
She's a king. Well, that was deep. We got deep. That was deep.
Wow, we said we was going to get deep. I felt like we had you nailed, and I was like, okay.
Can I ask you a question, sister? Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What made you stay in your house that you're in now, being that a lot of the friendships that you have grown to come are still that left? Like, what made you stay and then leave?
Honestly, wow. It's been hard. I remember it took a lot for me, let me say this, to walk away from a house that I was in for over a decade. It was very hard. Mm-hmm. And in the beginning of me trying to make those decisions, I remember two people who spoke to me and said, no need to rush, take your time with it. And that made me feel as though I had this space, and people actually gave me permission to actually figure this out. And that was Tempress and Vinny. And they didn't kind of like, oh, you know, I see, like, I hear people put 007, you know, and they do all of that. I didn't come from that era. You know, you didn't disrespect your house. You didn't put all your business out there. The only way someone would know was when you pop up at the bar in a different house. And they gave me the time to do it. It was one of the hardest decisions I ever made. And I'm loyal. The woman in the house, and I heard her earlier say in the house, so you may hear me say that because to me we're still here in my house, that we've created together in our sisterhood, like Erica and Simone. You know, we were there for each other, and you women have helped shape me.
Oh my gosh.
Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You are so fierce.
She said, bitch, you're getting too deep.
No, bitch, I was about to act like I was crying,
Why?
but I can hear laughing over out there that I couldn't do it.
Laughing down.
You made me break.
Someone
I'm
is laughing
sorry, go
down.
ahead.
Oh my God, no, honestly.
No,
'cause
it's
you
true. No, we did have a...
No, because you asked the question, and the thing is that, like, I found a family with them, and when shit hit the fan, I felt like it was spiraling again, and I was at this intersection in my life where I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? Because I trusted them, and I felt like y'all fucking abandoned me.
Bitch, what?
That's how I really
Getting
feel.
real.
Oh my God.
And,
but you
can I
was there
finish?
the whole time to
Can I
realize
finish?
what was going
Can
on.
I finish? I'm being honest.
Okay.
She asked me a question.
But then so you
There
need
was
to
a
speak
part,
to all
but
of
there
it
was
then.
I am.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't. I felt like, you know, I did see y'all go through it, but it was because of what y'all was going through it, and I saw the strength that y'all take to continue. You wasn't walking balls. You was showing up for us, and you would stay until the last person leave. Y'all would hold space in Simone house. You know, so I saw that. Like, I saw
Damn.
women who loved, no, seriously. You know, when she would walk, okay, we're not saying she's not a walker, but most of the time,
I
Tempress
did
was
walk
at
the whole
Tempress-
actually.
Right.
I've walked a few times.
Right, and
Won a
Tempress,
few
but
times.
you were more at the boss for the
No,
kids.
I was. Yeah.
So for me, that showed sacrifice. That showed me someone who
Walking
was
was
willing.
sacrificing because I wasn't doing it for me.
Can I just be quiet? Can
Oh,
I
I'm
tell
sorry.
my part?
It's so hard to hear about the House of Marella and not really speak up. So that's why I don't like talking about it. Even like on the last episode when y'all had asked a question about like,
Because I'm there. I was there in the mud. So I know everything.
No,
that's
but
going
this is
on.
what I'm
and
saying.
there's no beef. I just want to say this real quick. There's no beef
Yeah.
between me and Vinny. Or
Okay.
Smiles. There's no beef. There's
No,
no beef
it
at
isn't.
all.
So-
I just could no longer do it.
Yeah.
I,
Respect
I,
it.
and
You're in a
I'm going to
different
apologize
space.
to
but
the
can I
kids.
finish?
You're just in
Yeah,
a
let me not
space.
finish, and then I'm going to
So, no, 'cause
apologize.
honestly, I
because
wanna
other
tell
people
you-
may have felt abandoned too.
Exactly, and I'm only telling you that because I had to absorb that when y'all left. I really did. Like it was crazy having to explain
But it
to
wasn't
the
a surprise. I mean, it was. I don't know. I don't hate talking about this.
Yeah, we can go to fun. Yeah, well,
no, because
Go
it
ahead,
needs to
finish
come
it.
out, and I just
Go
feel as though
ahead.
like just sit with what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like this is not to harm you or to like bring it up. It's how we felt. Like you have
This is
been
real.
a pivotal
This is
person
raw.
and a role model for many of us in the house. When you said go get, I went and got them because I believed I was in the right leadership. And we were. You said go get Ness, I went and got Ness. You understand? Everybody that you told me to go out and recruit, I went and got. And then I brought my babies here. And then y'all treated them like they were your own. No, I'm just being honest. So if they didn't have you, Erica had my kids hemmed up in the bathroom, said I'll knuckle up with you if you disrespect her one more time. Simone would take us in the house, feed us, let us have fun and everything. So these were the mothers who I grew up under when I came up. So it was like, it was right here. And then y'all just left.
So let me say this. I do want to apologize to the other kids in the house that I didn't get to explain too. So I was trying to stay faithful to that. I didn't want there to be a domino effect. I didn't leave because I wanted other people to leave. That's not what happened. There was things in the house that was triggering me and have been triggering me for a while. To the point where I've said to you a lot of times, I don't feel comfortable adding people to this house because there's no structure in the house. They are not getting what I feel like they're supposed to get from up, down. They're not getting that experience. I didn't feel like that was happening anymore, so I didn't feel comfortable. I would put people in there to try to fix things and make things better, but it just wasn't getting any better for me. And it was just like, I didn't feel comfortable anymore. And then when that whole phone call happened, I'm not gonna go into deep of what happened because that's just not what we do. And like I was in Marella and it still runs through, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put all of that out, but that last conversation was just triggering for me. And it was like, some things are not going to change. Vinny never did anything to me. Like specifically, Vinny was there for me. Like when Vinny wanted me to walk a ball, Vinny was very helpful in getting me together for the ball. So those things. But when I realized that I no longer really had connections with certain people anymore because I felt like it was just ballroom and there was no connection outside of ballroom. It was just strictly ballroom. It was like, for a ball, let's go, you know, and I realized that my life, I was working on my life. And I'm like, if I'm gonna build stuff with people, I want them to care about what's going on in my life. Like if I'm really gonna hold to really putting all my energy into keeping this together and stuff, because it was all about, oh, I want a legacy. I am a legacy. Tempress is by herself.
Bitch, you motherfucking
like, bitch,
tore
no
that
shade.
down.
Bitch, my name alone, it is by itself. And so since things are no longer happening, I don't want to be attached to that if it's not going to be the way I want it to be. I just can't do it anymore.
love that you just said that because the houses that I've been conversing with and trying to get to know and trying to see if I want to join or et cetera, like my main thing, and I know you're going to get me because you think I don't think that houses should have family. It should be family as well, because I do think at some degree it should be family. I think it should be a meet in the middle. But I feel like they don't have that family type of aspect, and I'm trying to, the house that I was, you know, considering, I feel like they want you to come do something, but it's like for what? I need to figure out the love for the, like, what am I going hard for? I'm not getting, this not
right,
I'm not
that's
getting
what
paid.
happened.
Like,
Yes, I'm not getting
like,
paid anymore. Like, it's,
you know
I
what I'm
never
saying?
was
Like,
getting
what
paid.
you want me to do something for you, but you don't want to build.
Show me you love me. Like you, if I know that you really
show me you love me.
No, for real.
Talk
Like,
your
shade.
shit.
No shade. I'm
Hashtag
being real.
show me you love me.
Yes, like I'm being
They
real.
know
Like,
talk your
shade.
shit. Talk
being
your
real.
shit.
But see, this
Talk your
is
shit.
why I love
Get
this
the girls
woman.
lit, they
I'm
go
being
talk
real
their
because
shit.
I love you, and when I say I love somebody, I really love them. Like
I
I'm a
remember
different,
because
I'm a
it was-
different type of person. Like I don't have
She
no
ate that
ulterior
up.
motives. I don't have none of that. I just wanted you to show me that you loved me too, like for real.
Yeah.
Like outside of that shit, and I would have went hard because, bitch, you know I will put up a united front for any fucking house I'm in.
Yeah.
Bitch, it's been times that I've been going through shit, and I will never show anybody in any house that I've been in. I always like Mugler, Chanel, Alor, whatever house I'm in. Like, and I could be at that time battling. No, when I come to my wits end,
Yes.
it's not
Are you
something
tall?
that just
Oh my
happens
gosh.
overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It's something that's been building up for
Yeah.
me. That's when I
Same
have my
thing.
last straw, and that's when I leave. So it's never me just turning
Yeah,
my back.
be
I love
used.
all the kids in Marella. I love everybody in the house of Marella. It's just things that just couldn't. It just wasn't my vibe.
You tore that up
So, and that's why
bad.
it's hard for me, because when I see that and I've experienced it, so it's like the reason why I stay is because the stuff that you have poured into me and the love that I received from Simone and Erica, you know, I just feel as though I can't. What am I going to do? Just pick up my sticks and run? And what does that mean to my kids? What example am I showing them? You know, so I felt like that's one of the reasons why I stay, because
But are you satisfied? Are you satisfied in the house of Marella? Do you feel like you're getting all you need out of a house? Because I don't know how you're
things,
going to answer
because
this.
change happens, right?
Okay.
And just because change happened doesn't mean I'm not satisfied. Was I very happy, very motivated when you all were there? You saw how hard I went. It was Marella, 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 Marella for me. But that's because y'all showed me the love. Now it's like I feel as though that vacuum is gone, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do now?
Yeah, I
but I
understand-
also
I
have to
understand too.
understand
Yeah, I
that I have
I
to.
understand that.
I also have to understand that I'm Tabytha. And you saw Tabytha, and it's not easy to be a Marella. So when you saw Tabytha, it was something in Tabytha you saw. It's something that you saw. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm here, why would I just, like, I can't set that example for my kids. I cannot. I love
what
my
I was
kids.
asking you.
Miggy, I love you. Jaylee, I love y'all. Like, I can't run off and do that to them. So I'm going to be there with us. Hopefully, we're going to rebuild. My hope is to make you proud.
Yeah, I wish them the best.
And
I definitely didn't. I was kind of over it that the girls left behind me because it was
Well,
like
you shoulda known.
bitch.
But I just
then-
but
and
maybe
then here's the
maybe they
thing.
felt that maybe they
That
felt that
vacuum.
maybe they felt
Well, I
that
knew
what you
that-
said that
I mean,
statement
they did, they
and
did.
the funny
They
thing that
did.
you
We
said,
were
I feel
fighting
like
for
a
the
lot
same
of people. I
thing.
feel like a lot of people feel like that now. You're just getting tired.
Yeah.
To think about these houses, when we think about it, you're not getting paid to be in a house. This is all supposed to be fun, love. So us putting our eggs or all our eggs sometimes in this basket,
And you told me from the
You get
beginning.
tired.
Remember, you was like, just say Tempress.
yeah.
I branded myself as
Don't put
Tempress
that out there.
Marella.
There's no shade with the
no,
Margellas.
like
You
no,
just
no,
brought
no,
it
no,
up from
no. But you
There's no
knew. But in
shade.
the beginning, I guess because you was coming off of what you've been through, you know what I'm saying. You was like, it sounded like you were saying, don't get attached to attach
No,
to these. Like,
I wasn't saying it like that. I was saying it because your name alone. Like we don't really realize that when you have someone, they say your name, but people always tell. This girl said it last week. She came up to, she was like, "Bitch, she said, "Bitch, you are still Asia Balenciaga." And it's just like when the people say like, "No, bitch, I'm Asia. I'm a household name regardless." No, they were me. I'm me. Like they were a part of me. Like, and those moments. I forget about, like, damn, like, no, my name is Asia by herself. Like, it's just that. And I think
that's
I was looking at it
important.
different because I was a founder of Marella, so I never ever thought
It's not only you.
that I would
though.
just be like, but I branded myself, and then I had to detach. Because I was branding myself, like they were calling me that at the theater. Like the kid, they love
were.
Marella because I'm a Marella.
And you see, like
you know
now
what I'm
it's
saying?
people
Like,
now you had to have weird conversations with everybody.
Yes.
It's like, well, oh, you're not a
Yes.
why? It's just, and not saying that that's why you have to put your
But
name
see,
out there.
but that was the thing, right? And that's what makes it so difficult. Is because I saw the
But she
love
say
you
right.
had.
She was like right.
No, I mean it's true. I mean I've been on set with her. I've watched people run over to her and say
they
that.
used to want to be in hey, let me be in the house of
You know,
Marella.
where's the
Yeah. Remember
Margellas? I
that.
remember when we all came to the show, and they came and they was like, "Oh my God, the Margellas are here."
No, when you say E, you didn't understand. And it was Marella was like, it was like when Tyra says like Allure and all those different people because I grew up in Allure. I mean, I was a Chanel first, but I transitioned in the House of Allure. That the beginning of Tempress was Allure, and then I went to Mugler. And so I've always seen those houses as elite houses. And it was giving everybody can't be in this house. It might be a little different now. People have expanded and stuff like that. But before you had to have a certain look and all that stuff, and that's what I build this house around. So around in the beginning, that's how it was. It was a few of us, but bitch, we was bad.
Yeah.
And bitch, everybody was coming and it was hitting the floor and stuff. And then I just got tired of fighting members to fucking walk.
Yeah.
Like you got only you got these names of big people and then we hit the floor. You Simone coming out, I'm coming out, Erica coming out,
Yeah.
the kids is coming out. Sometimes then you had me. It's just a few people who was hitting the floor instead of like their drive. So they wasn't feeding any of that. But yeah. Oh, let's get off of that.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready to say, you just said everybody else's name, but bitch, I was on the
You
floor.
was on the floor, bitch.
For Marella.
Yeah,
But
but you like you're a realistic
I
big
used to
name
make
though, sis. Like you're a realistic big name. Like even because you from back in the day, like you did your
Sometimes
thing.
she don't realize her voice. Sometimes she
Yeah,
don't.
what?
Sometimes
She
she
act like
don't.
she a
She
kitten.
act like
She be acting like she a kid. Girl, you not a kid.
Yes.
You was not a
It's not
kid.
that
Sometimes she come and sometimes I'm like, bitch, I see her talk to people and I know she could shut them down. Like I know that her intelligence level. Like, she could do it in such a kind way, but she allows them to, like, do
no, she
things. Like,
does it
she'll
later.
play like she'll, like,
She does it later.
She'll
No, I
small her-
actually
she
don't.
would- I mean,
She
if you
calls
get
her-
her to the point,
she calls
no,
her
if you get her to
friend.
the point,
No,
then she will carry.
There was one
But-
point because there was one point where I had to have a serious conversation with her, and Tempress was like, "You keep doing it. That's why they keep doing it. And once you stop it, you'll never have to worry about it.
Yeah,
know
you
the
teach people how to
situation."
treat you. I'm
And
like, girl,
because
stop dumbing yourself down.
I've continued to be there for people who would treat me like dog
Yes.
shit, who would talk about me behind my back, and I always believed that they would change. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my friend, and and because I just felt like things would be different, right? Because that's not what I came from. When I left, it wasn't like that. We would, like, I came from love. So I knew how to be there for people. I've watched people around me struggle. I broke bread with people on the streets together. So that's how I knew we supposed to take care of each other. But meanwhile, everything has changed. And I'm still trying to do the same old thing. And Tempress was like, if you don't leave them folk alone, you will be stagnant.
Yes.
Let them
Keep going
go.
to people who keep
And I
showing you
woke
who
up the
they
next
are.
day and I blocked. And I never looked back. And ever since then, it's been elevation. And what I will say to that is that I've learned the power of letting go, right? And for me, it's not that I feel like I'm a kitten or I don't know my history. It's just that I'm still trying to acclimate to what's in front of me. Because when I came home, it was a whole new world. I had the
Well, you've been
opportunity
home
to
how
get
long?
started. I've been home since 12 years, but I've been locked up 14. So
Yeah,
you have to
I kinda
understand.
realized,
So you
bitch,
have to
that's a real
understand the
thing. I
psychological
realized
trauma
that.
that you go through being away from society. When I was outside, we had
I get anxiety.
Because
Those
pages
are people,
and
there are
like-
people that be in jail for a very long
They be
time. They always,
institutionalized.
sometimes they
it's
go
not
right
even
back.
institutionalized. It's just that
Oh,
the shit I had to endure.
yeah.
in
But
jail.
coming home, yes, coming
Yeah,
home
but that story you told me.
and having a life, because I was a monster. I was scared.
always say that.
No,
It's
because
so
No,
I
the
was
story
scared.
she told me,
It's so
she
hard to
said,
see it, but I've
bitch.
heard it too.
Listen, because there's another part of me. You become a creature of habitat. It was either me or you. I wasn't in no medium jail.
You said, baby, it's either me
I was
or
in
you.
the max A. I spent most of my time behind two walls. All because I went in young and I was afraid. But I developed the skin. So coming home, it's like now you have the opportunity where you could, bitch, knowing how to fight, that's nothing, bitch. I would tear through a bitch. But at the end of the day, it's like,
You look like you could fight.
it's like trying to have the self-control. And a lot of times, like I had to practice a lot of self-control to not be that person. Because I didn't like being in the box all day. Coming out 1 hour because I cut somebody, because I was afraid they was going to do, just kind of unpacking that and unlearning that. And then coming home, I wanted to be there for people because I know what it was to not have nobody be there for you. So, thank God that you gave me that advice. Thank God for people like Dominique and Sean and Lala and them who continue to place this circle around me. And my little sister, Lisa, I love you. Who keep this circle around me that continue to inspire me. So I show up because this helps me create the world that I see for myself to achieve my goals.
What are y'all excited for 2025?
So you got me over here tearing up and shit.
Because I keep saying the intersections of our life,
today's
we've all
getting
had different
emotional.
journeys.
No, yes.
We all have
because,
different journeys.
Just
Like,
even thinking about
to
them
hear about
being
your-
locked up is like,
Yeah, but you
gives me
you had a
anxiety.
grandmother who loved you.
And I
who
had a
was
mother
able
that
to-
loved me too. Shout out to my
Listen.
mother. Like, I'm a lot like my mother.
That is what I feel like being like. Oh
Like,
my
we
gosh,
all have
it be
these-
so. What?
So some of us are like children who have trauma, who came from broken families. So there are so many other children out there who are queer, who come from broken families. And they get to see themselves in us out loud. And that's why society is so afraid of us, because we really turned our lives around, and they know
Afraid
if
of
they
who?
gave us the opportunity, it's over.
Everything.
You ready to sing gospel?
Jane.
I don't know.
Yes, come on.
I don't trust the system. Let me stop.
Yes.
Everyone.
Up close and personal. You give the
Well-
girls a little bit of liquor.
Okay, you can sound.
Well, I
Everything
mean, I
on
think,
phone.
for a portion of this, we just, we wanted to
It's a
kind
free.
of bear ourselves a little bit to y'all.
Okay, I'm like, did I bear too much?
Then they-
No,
then they gonna
I think
keep
it got
this
serious,
nice.
and I think that we were able, because I sit around you at times and I get angry, but then I know that we still have the connection.
You
know
get
what I'm
angry
saying?
about what?
Because you fucking laugh. It's like-
She is
but
She is pissed.
but also,
But I know that was an awkward place for you. I didn't really think about it that way until after. And
listen,
then, like,
people were
but-
upset with you because of how close we got. We got close quick.
Yes, I did.
We got close quick.
Because I remember before, like, I was just seeing y'all instantly was just like, oh, they got, I used to see
Yeah.
y'all around. I used to, oh my God, they got, when you had laughed.
And then I questioned her.
Yeah.
And then I went through a phase where I was like, I don't know. like, because I don't get close to people really, really fast. A lot of times people be like, oh, bitch, you be I don't get close to people like really fast. And people be like, girl, you so guarded. You took me through so much. Keon, shout out to Keon. Keon be, oh, girl, you took me through so much for me to become your friend and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Keon, because you know too many people and I don't want you carrying my business. And to happen to those a lot of people too. And sometimes because it's just this community, you never know why. But I think that I've missed out on some probably good friendships
Me too.
along the way because of that or whatever. And now being older, I am different and I do want meaningful friendships and circles
God.
and stuff. So Tabytha I just loved our conversations, and she's very consistent. like, bitch.
Yes, she is.
Sometimes I'll be like, bitch,
8 o'clock in the
I didn't
morning.
answer the phone. I'm doing something.
8 o'clock in the morning.
like, yes.
I'm
I
like,
had to
dude.
stop. I had to give her a time limit. Girl, don't call me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't call, give me like 10 o'clock or something because this bitch should be calling or
And then
texting
she be growling
or
on
something.
the phone.
Yeah.
So I need that.
The crazy thing is, it's just that I get up early, so I always like got something happening. Like my mind works that way. Like I need to travel, but I may be on the phone, or I'm listening to music and reading a book at the same time. So sometimes I would just wake up in the morning. I'm going to work. Let me call Temp, see what she's doing. But again, like I am consistent. I do care about what happens to you in your life and what happens to you in your life, and what we have is organic. Like that's what people have said
But your
when they
story
watch the
is
show.
inspiring for me. Like, it's just so inspiring.
Thank you.
Like, it's that. And so I love that type of energy. And I love to be around people who want to see other people win genuinely.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
I
everybody's
do.
not like that. It's like, what is wrong with you?
I
don't like
it's not
that.
what's wrong with you. I think I'm gonna have to use your end. I feel like people are just some people are not where you are yet, and just you just gotta pray for them and hope they.
But
get
I
to a
always
space
want
of
to see people
happiness.
win no matter where I
But
No,
was.
but I'm
but-
talking
that
about,
requires a
I'm talking about
special
even
type of
just being why
person.
people are not genuine because they don't know how to be.
Right.
Like,
But
people
life
don't
has
genuine
life.
to them.
Listen, people have been hurt and people have had experiences that won't allow them to have authentic engagement. So like I said, just taking it back a little bit to where like when I'm in there and I'm the only one in there, it was 14 years since I was like able to be around girls and hang out. So for me, like I'm a girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? I love being around the girls. I love when we hanging out. I love when we talking. I love girl time. And if
I wish I had more girlfriends.
but for me, because we understand each other, and even when we're upset,
I'm so nervous.
like we
to have
start
a
to
lot of
learn.
girls
I know because they feel
girlfriends.
so teased.
But
But
we
I feel
don't.
like- I
But
feel
we
like
don't
I've
have a
been in- I
lot.
feel like
I don't have a lot.
you have a
know.
good amount though.
No,
No,
I
I
lo-
do not.
You
See,
have at least 4
And
good
that's good.
sisters.
You know, that's
4 or
good.
Well, yeah, I
5.
do.
At least
That's good.
5 good
When you say a
sisters.
lot,
That's a
I'm
good
thinking
group.
like
No, but I'm
That is
saying
a
for
lot.
that's a lot for
No,
us,
that's
like
a
girls,
lot.
like because I could a good
But
3.
what's the difference? Why would you say
Close
group
friends?
Is a lot.
Why? Why is it a lot? Why do you feel it's a lot?
Because it's when they say pure friendship, like
Yeah.
who these people that you're
You only get a
compatible with,
couple
you only get
lifetime,
really
a
a couple
few.
a lifetime.
So let me say this, right? Everyone in your life serves a purpose,
right.
Right.
right? So if you are limiting yourself to saying just two, then you will have what you say.
But are you going
No,
after
it's
these
not.
friendships
It's
for a
about
purpose? Like
realistic
usually you
and
don't
not
realize what that
not
purpose
what we're
is
trying to
until
do.
you're in
Not
Here's
it.
what it
theory.
is. People will show up. For example, we've had someone show up for the show in the very beginning and then just came up and showed up authentically because they wanted to show up and started to give us ideas, right? And we have a media partnership.
What you talking about?
A person,
Oh, did you-
Jason. The second season, Jason came with all these ideas because he wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then we're going to talk about our media partnership. These people just showed up. Do you know the person? Did you know the person? No. You're laughing, but I'm speaking the truth. Why are you laughing? Certain people just show up authentically.
Yeah, but those are not.
So no,
Those are not
those are
friendship,
not.
those are
listen,
associates and stuff.
Those
Like,
are not anomalies, right? So what happens is these people show up because Jordan shows up in life because she wants to do things for other people. Certain people just have a inborn thing that wants them to help other people. So
yeah, but we
if
were
you
talking about
limit-
close,
no,
close
listen.
sisters and
Listen,
friendships.
Listen, you have to be open to that to navigate and find your tribe. And your tribe cannot be limited to one or two.
It's not about
No,
being
you're good
limited.
at that. I mean, you're good at that. I think that you.
Because what I'm saying to you is this. One person will not be able to help you with everything. And if that
But that's
person
not
is
what
not
we're talking
accessible
about.
to
I don't know,
you,
but that's
I'm
not
not
what I-
finished. If that
need
person
to
is
learn
not
that.
accessible to you and you don't have no one you could confide in or talk to besides your higher power, then what do you do with that? So it's good to have people in your life. I've been fortunate. Yes, I have.
Yeah, because how do you find like that? Doesn't just.
It's not
No,
fine.
like,
It's
how does
I feel
that
like
net-
the
you gotta
energy-
go after-
They find you. I feel like it
They
does. They
find
do find
you.
you. I do feel like the energy
They
does
do find you. I promise you. I didn't ask for Cecilia.
do.
God rest her soul. She found me. And they all found me through Sean. You see what I'm saying? So these people stepped into my life and started to pour. And
Like,
it
I
was
wish I
either-
always had a mentor. I never had a mentor.
and maybe that's the difference, right? Maybe that's all the difference. You have people you looked up to. But
Yeah,
when
but they
you have
weren't, like-
someone, I know you've had someone who poured into you because they want the best for you. I know there's at least one person in your life.
I
Right.
mean, like, yeah, absolutely.
Are they
But
still in your
I
life?
just like clean water. And what
Are they
I'm-
still in your life?
People who have poured into me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
So
feel
then
like.
you have more than one.
I didn't say
But
that
do
I
you
only had
consider?
one.
Okay, so I feel like
I'm
I
just
feel
saying.
like with the way she's saying it, when we all do have a lot of friends. Like I feel like
I
the
want,
way
like-
you're putting it together, I probably do have like a lot of friends in that type of energy. It's that type of aspect. But the type of friendships I'm talking about is where I can count on these people in this aspect that what I say is a friend to me,
Yeah.
and I don't have a lot of that. And it's because I feel like I'm growing in life where I'm going this way, and I feel like the friends that I did have, the girlfriends that I did have, we are and we're just at different spaces in our life, and I feel like sometimes they're not supposed to be a part of your life forever. Some people, and that was something that was hard for me to realize, and I had to understand.
I know why now. I know why it wasn't clicking for me, and it took me a minute. I actually don't have friends. I have family, so the people who I'm around you only see me around my family.
That's right.
Yeah, so no,
everybody's
actually,
That's
Got a lot
true.
of kids.
A lot of
No, but I'm
kids.
talking
That's true.
about-
You do have a lot of
no,
family.
but you only see me move with my family. You don't really see me move with friends. That's another thing that
Your
gets me.
chosen family.
Yeah, I don't come out of that, right? Because I know I'm safe. I know that if they're gonna love me no matter what, good, bad, or indifferent. I've had friends who hurt me, so I don't have friends.
Well,
There were
let's
people
go to
who I
this. Let's
thought
go
were
to
my
this Gold
friends.
Bowl. Y'all ready to go to the Gold Bowl?
Oh, we're doing
Always
the
go
gold
so
vote on
deep.
us?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll be back with the gold bowl, bitch.
Go bowl, go bowl. These girls dipping in the gold bowl.
You can call me bitch.
You can call me bitch.
So you know what time it is. This is where we get crazy, we get sexy, and we get cool. This is the Femme Queen Crazy and Sexy Cool Shot Game Hour. And we're about to get messy with the girls. Stay tuned.
Go bowl, the gold bowl. This bitch digging in the gold bowl.
Yo, we
This
so
is so
crazy.
emotional.
Yo,
I'm
we
like,
so
ah.
crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
What they said? What they said?
Rank every butch queen you've had in the scene from best to worst.
Is it sis? What's up, sis?
Oh, I can't. Like, I give these people too much. Like, 'cause I don't really
Okay,
close
it's
my
just
mouth.
for one night only.
Um,
Spill it. Who got the goods?
so do I have to name every single Butch Queen?
No, just,
Uh,
well, how many
just
you
ha-
had? Jeez.
I had fun in life.
I had for the life.
What? 5? Girl, you dragged it. I'm gonna have to take a shot. I gotta take a shot. I'll pussy on that one. I'll pussy on
I
that
thought
one.
you was, bitch, you
No,
was.
no,
that's
this
tiresome.
one, no, this one I couldn't do because I feel like the reason I'm not answering it because I usually would, but back in my younger days, I used to brag about my niggas to my friends, and I wouldn't mind if I'm online, and if it was just a fuck, I would be like, oh, they was fab, I would definitely get that. If I would tell even my friends, like, go get that, like, it was a good time, because if it's not your man, like, whatever. But I'm gonna take a little sip on that.
So no ratings. Didn't one of them come on here? Mom, leave your hair
Who
alone.
went on here? Okay.
Y'all talking too much now. Too much talking for me.
episode.
Wait, it's too much.
One of who's came on here?
Okay, wait.
One of Asia's ex was here with us.
Who? Oh, do it.
Is there any clip of you that you're embarrassed by? Oh my gosh, boobs. When I first started, when I was like, because I'm a perfectionist, so, and I'm such a picker. Like, I would sit there and be like, I don't like that. I did not like that. I did not like that. I'm just like that grown up. And basically every single probably clip, like, for 5 years ago on, like, I couldn't, in some clips I couldn't watch you. I was like, oh my God, I was so fat. I was just like, oh my God, I look so nasty. I used to be such one of those girls.
That's me.
Yeah, that was me. I'm not like that no more. I love me. The last one. What is one house you would absolutely not join?
Ooh.
No, I'm being honest. I'm gonna ask you now. What house? I'm trying to think of a house I wouldn't join.
There's a lot of houses you would
I'm trying to
join.
think the ones that I wouldn't know because I'm in a space of giving anybody the opportunity. I'm trying to think of a house I wouldn't join right now that I said no to. LaBeija. No. And not because I feel like it's a dated house. I just feel like the meaning is not the same. And I'm gonna do one more question since I just took that one. I didn't answer the first one. What is something you felt you were exposed to too early by joining the scene so young? Everything. I felt like I was in a place. I feel like I was in places that I probably shouldn't have been at the age that I was. I was seeing sex. I was seeing drugs, I saw everything, literally. And I was such a nosy set. I'm a nosy girl. I was a nosy little girl, so and I was a sober girl too. So I was watching everything. And I was like,
watching?
yeah, because I'm a little girl around this space, a group of people that are like celebrities to me, and I'm just seeing them get active, whether it's partying, talking, having fun, whatever they're doing, I'm just taking it all in. And I'm just looking at everybody like, oh my gosh, but it was fun for me. It was fun for me. I'm not complaining about it. I have fun in life. But yeah, that's my question.
You wanna go?
As you go.
Go, love.
You scared?
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
Shake the devil off.
Oh,
Jesus. She just figured out how she gets to that. What's the question?
girl.
You have to read the question.
I think I'm going to DL tonight.
Okay.
I think I might go to the DL tonight.
How much money did you make selling drugs before you got pinched?
fuck is this? Empire?
Oh shit!
Girl, they want me to incriminate myself.
No, you not. You know how to talk in code.
That was back in the day, so.
That was back in the
Yeah,
day.
it
Your
was
old life.
back in the day. It was like a lot of
Money like that. What's up?
Yeah, it was a lot of money. Like what's less now was a lot back then.
But you was like you was like a runner. You wasn't like
I was a what?
you wasn't like big time.
Really?
You wanted
Was
the drop off.
Did you really think so?
dropped
You was
off?
big time in it.
Or you was?
Girl, are you crazy?
I thought you was like.
So
Okay.
you think they send you to jail for like being a runner for 14 years?
You did
That's what
14.
yeah, but I thought that was because
I'm
of,
like,
That was
no,
one straight out
girl,
charge?
no.
No,
I
she-
bailed out. Ooh, girl, y'all is really trying to get the like.
Talk your shit.
So I got
Okay.
locked up for like I wasn't a runner. I met this person who.
She's a track star.
No,
She's a track
no,
star.
I wasn't a runner. I mean, in the beginning, like I was like turning dates and selling out of my room, right? So that was just me. And then I had met this dude.
Oh, that's fab. She had. They be
no.
like, oh, you like
No,
the
I
party.
had it because I was getting high, so I started to just buy enough where I could sell and sustain and pay for my room. So it became a way that I would be surviving. Like I would sell drugs and sell, I was able to make things work. And I met this one person who introduced me to these people from North Carolina that wanted weight. So then that's how I went from that to that.
So you was like you was taking it. You was
No, like I would like I would trick out hotel rooms and have parties.
Oh wow.
And we would sell the drugs like that.
Well, how much money did you make? We talking too much now.
I don't know how much it was a team of us. So that's when RICO law was out. Like, get it?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so they wouldn't just like one of y'all, they would lock the team.
No, the question was how much money did you make before?
You want to know
got
how
locked
much
up?
money? I wasn't no
you don't
millionaire.
know.
I wasn't no millionaire. And that back then, like I was getting high and making money. So all I
Oh,
was
she
in
basically
was-
saying
yeah.
she made a bill.
Yeah, I made a
She
who?
made a.
A
She
bill.
made $100.
Enough
I'm
to
Girl,
joking.
could you imagine?
Enough to keep
I'm
up
playing
her
sad.
habit.
Enough to keep up? No, not enough to keep up my habit, girl. I used to always tell people I was one of the prettiest crackheads on the block.
Yeah, I
Bitch,
can't
like
believe you.
I had I was dressed. You never saw me. If you saw me, that would not be something that you would right away know because I was either you only saw me going and coming. So it was to my hotel room, to my projects, to my hotel room, to my projects. And then when I got over it and I started to want to change, that's how I met my husband.
Your projects in Newark.
No, I grew up in Newark. I used to live in
17th
Lincoln
Street.
Projects.
That's
17th Street. No, that's when I was hoeing, girl. That was before the drugs, girl. That was Gansenboard. I moved up to Lincoln Projects. Why would y'all ask these questions? and
Because
keep-
I thought that's what you said. You said 17. She was on the phone when you was telling me the story.
I got locked. That was my first charge
Oh,
downtown on
that's
17th Street. Yeah, me and this kid
Because
named
that was a
Flacco.
big. If y'all don't know, that was like a big drug spot.
Yeah, so
What, 17th
that's
Street?
yeah, that's why I
Boots.
first caught
That's
my
where you
first
got your stuff
charge
for your
at.
date.
Right.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why I met my first boyfriend. He was a drug dealer, and that kind of set me on the
Wasn't
path.
like that they had people like,
Huh?
No, my clients didn't really do street drugs and picking it up and stuff.
I was there. too.
I think they had
You see?
we didn't do
See,
that.
and this is the last
I
time.
had
The
to
last girl
fix
that
it,
was on
Lord.
here was saying she didn't do the streets. She was a car girl.
No,
It's
not
fine.
that. No, I'm
But
just
we all
saying
got
the drug-
money the way
No,
we
go
got
ahead, go
money,
ahead,
sweetie.
go ahead, go
Like,
ahead.
the
I'm
fuck?
just
Y'all gonna
playing.
keep trying.
just
Those be the ones.
playing.
Those be the
I'm
ones with
just
the money now.
playing.
Those be the ones with the money now.
Which one?
Yeah, once you
The
get
ones
them-
that go get the stuff from 17th Street.
Yeah.
Those be the ones with the coin.
Yeah, they want to
Yeah,
go
we didn't
outside.
discuss
Nobody
that.
want to
We
be
ain't gonna
cooped up
talk
in the
about that. Go
hotel.
ahead.
But again, like that was my first charge, and then I went up to Lincoln Projects. I moved in with my aunt, and that's how I met the guy that would later put me on to the people from North Carolina, and that's how it all started to spiral.
Okay,
out.
next question.
Next question for the peanut gallery who wants to laugh. What was the worst thing you did while you were locked up to make it through?
I kinda said it.
Yeah, I mean, I became violent and I used to stab people and they used to put me in the box and I got to the point where I would do it just so I could go to the box.
Damn.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to answer this question because it's kind of gory, but
I'm
Is it
just telling you.
traumatizing? Talking
Oh,
about
that's
that?
Is it
cool.
traumatizing? It is
I told y'all this
traumatizing.
ain't the
Okay,
cool
well, I
one.
won't
Let me
ask
stop.
No, listen, I don't say it to glorify it, but it's a
No.
part of my life, and it wasn't somebody that I was proud of, because I did that as a
How
defense
did you?
mechanism.
What did you make it with the knife?
Huh? You don't know how to make a shake, girl. You break a piece of metal and you fall it
bitch,
down
I
on the
only
side.
see that type of stuff on TV.
There's
Nah,
so
they
many
be getting
different ways you
down.
can burn the plastic, and so many different ways. But when you make the shank, well, I was in
But
Clinton.
okay, wait,
Girl,
pause.
well, y'all taking me back
Next
to how to make a
question.
shank.
Next question. Too much information,
gagging out.
Cincy.
What?
She was really about to break it
Cause
down.
I don't, cause I just, like, that is so far
I
behind
hate
you.
talking about this, but I know
But it's
that
just
was about to
life.
go
Like, that's
deep.
the book, bitch.
Yeah, this is going in the book.
girl, whatever. What was this?
I can see you playing that role, bitch.
What?
I can see you playing
Like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
I have the rights.
Do you think you are overdue for your legendary status? So I knew at some point this would come up. So my question is no. I don't, while I have done amazing things for the ballroom community and for activism, through my activism, I don't want to be a local legend. And I also know that I owe it to myself to go and tap the girls in North Carolina, to go and tap the girls in Chicago, to go and tap the girls in Miami, and to make my rounds. So when I get deemed, it won't be questioned. Like, that's the school I came for. We wasn't hungry for titles. We like to be in it to win it. It was the thrill of the sport. So I think when I make my rounds and I come back out, the New York City first 5K, executive realness, femme queen realness, see me. I'll be in the field next year.
Was that 3?
Yeah.
Okay, she done went off, bitch.
But no, I think I want to earn my status a
But
different
bitch, you don't
way.
have to, like, some of them places you named, bitch, like, you can go to other places, like,
Or you can just make it
Atlanta.
up. Just go to Atlanta.
But I can tell you
Atlanta.
my dream team that I want to walk with, though. But
Well, who's your dream team while she getting her question together? Make it hot.
Paris is one.
Who you okay.
She's well.
Yes, Paris. I would love to walk with Brooke. I love walking with Deshawn. That's your question?
Yes.
What is it?
Was Rose telling the truth on Vigo? Why did you pay it when she asked you to join and share your side of the story? I would have to know what part you talk about. Rose said a lot of stuff
That
on
was
Vigo.
the good rollout. She rolled out of that one good.
Rose, yeah, I would have to say what part, but some of the stuff, like, I just never wished that it went down that way. I would have never wanted that to happen. I actually got on the phone with Vinny afterwards. And it's crazy because Rose used to be one of those people who did ride for Vinny. Like, they were cool until this one particular moment. Like, he must have said something that triggered her. She started going off, they started going off, and then it just got crazy. It shouldn't have went that far. I think that on that conversation, they made most of it about me, which was not true. Was there some times that I felt like Vinny could have showed up at times or whatever? Yeah, like, but I just think that it was just blown out of proportion. I wish that I wasn't in the middle of it. The reason I didn't come up there because I have my own platform and I can talk about things on my platform. And I wasn't going to get on a platform that I didn't have any jurisdiction, that I couldn't control the narrative, and them try to make it something more than what it was. I don't really do Bigo like that. I'm not getting beans or money. So, no, that's why I didn't get up there to do that. But I hated that it went to health freeze and all that stupid stuff. I don't condone that. I don't condone violence and all of that. Like, it just went crazy. I love Vinny. I always will. And I love Rose. Do sometimes people step out of character that I don't feel is really warranted? I don't think that it should have went that far. And that's what I'll say about that.
So could you imagine I was busting out laughing while you were saying all of that?
I didn't bust out laughing when you said anything loud.
What? Wait, I need to see that. What happened on Bigo? I gotta see. Well,
It's so long ago.
The people who wrote that question, whoever, can y'all send me the videos? I can watch it. Get the tea.
It got real bad.
It got real bad, real bad.
Yeah, so. Which was crazy because they was cool, and then all of a sudden, then it just flipped. But I understand. Like,
Hopefully they figure
It was
things
your
out.
fault.
So they made it all about it. He didn't do
Soon as you-
this. It was this.
soon
They
as
made it
you
to be
left,
this
everything
big
just
thing
said, boom!
that he didn't do for me. And the funny part is like, I never really vented to anybody, but like my girls, my immediate, like, you know, anything that I felt or whatever. And so. And everything, normally I do come and tell Vinny. I just had to take a time. Like, there had to be times to talk about it because, you know, it had just had to make space for it.
Because y'all both cancers?
Yes, we're both for cancer. So I know Vinny, we're a lot alike in certain ways or whatever. And then he, you know, but anyway.
Do you love Vinny?
I do love Vinny. I do love Vinny. What would it take for you to return to Marella?
Just God.
I just feel like, first of all, here's the thing, because, you know, we've had the conversation. First of all, I feel free, like I said, because I don't have to, you know, be involved so much and stuff like that. Also, there's people who left after me, and that's not fair. If I went back and they laughed because I laughed, like, that wouldn't be fair to them because they're no longer there, you know?
So,
And I'm just like, you know.
You're happy. You're content.
Yeah, I'm just free. Like,
I feel
I'm
free.
good. I don't feel like building a house anymore. Let me think. Did you get any fresh work before you debuted on Cats? So bitch, they is full of out, bitch. Bitch, what the fuck? So I didn't.
She drinking a straight.
Fresh work. So I guess they mean surgery. When you say fresh work, is that what you guys mean? Whoever wrote it. I didn't get any fresh surgery. I did get a little Botox and probably a little filler. And probably like a little light filler. Yeah, you know.
Okay. I feel her. I love her feeling.
I ain't nothing wrong with a little feeling here and there, a little Botox. See, I ain't got no wrinkles.
oh my God, this has been fun.
Yeah.
And traumatizing. I want to go home now.
Girl, don't feel like that. Let's see what else they have for me.
We done.
You know what I'm saying?
We are done.
You got one more?
Oh, she wants to answer.
Answer my questions. Have
What's
you
the
ever had
question?
with a co-star in a production? Years ago. Years ago, when I was doing, I know I fit. I can't, let me not talk about that.
Oh, but wait. What?
No, years ago.
wait.
Yeah,
Never mind. I
alone,
answered my
you're going to be
question.
over it.
I'm over it anyway. I think I look fierce on this episode.
Wait.
All right, let's go.
Okay, stop.
All right, we out, y'all. You can tell the girls have had a long day. You know,
Yes.
we a little tipsy a little bit. I was drinking.
Not me. I'm sober.
Mine was a prop.
I was just
And,
drinking tea.
I had a great time, though. I
did
think,
too.
yeah.
Thanks for opening up. Thanks for being so vulnerable, ladies.
You have a
Love
therapist
it when-
outside?
I absolutely do. I haven't talked to that bitch in a minute. She trying to. Where you at, Miss Thing? And yeah, so this has been another crazy episode of Femme Queen. Crazy.
Sexy.
Ooh.
Good.